Welcome back to day 5 of the Dota 2 Asian Championships group stage. We've seen the match everyone wanted to watch, but that's no reason to stop watching. Because a lot of things are happening.
Isn't
right
that a
now.
reason? That's no, they wanted to see.
It's like, yeah, we watched AG Secret, we're down, we're going to sleep, we're European, and it's like, what?
It's like 5
like-
a.m.
No,
anyone who
not-
went to sleep is
It's
a fake
6
Dota
a, 6
fan.
a.m. and they're like, I'm tired, no.
Anyone who went to sleep, you're not a real Dota fan. Everyone who's staying awake right now, you're the real heroes.
No, you know what, LD?
Yeah.
I disagree with you. Everybody that's asleep and is going to wake up in an hour and catch more games, you're a real Dota fan. If you only stayed up
Wow.
for the EG Secret game, you're not a true Dota fan, LD.
That's what I.
That's what he
That's
just
what I
said.
just
I
said.
thought you said the other way around. You said if you go to sleep right now...
I'm showing the people who are watching
order.
right now some love, my friend.
No, it's the people that are asleep right now that are going to wake up.
I want you closer
We're
to
all
me,
on the
buddy.
same team. Everyone who's watching Dota right now, you're the people.
Well, you see, this is what happened. You took the hat
Dude,
off.
I don't want to wear the hat.
I don't.
Jesus
You're-
Christ.
And immediately you start making new mistakes.
You're stereotyping me, man.
You,
What do I
you need
have?
you need to flip it and then take
Dude,
the
this is,
Pokeball.
that does not look cool in such a long time. It doesn't...
That's actually too small.
Yeah, I have an abnormally large head.
I can't even fit it on my head. Actually, I can, but it's
Where did
really
that hat come from?
It's a
He brought
Patriots
it.
hat. It's my brother's.
Oh, you just had it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
stole it when I moved out here.
Ah, I see.
That is not a... That's like the old school logo. It's a,
Yeah.
It's still sponsored...
I'm
that's
old
like
school, dude.
Oh,
Reebok or something.
You don't even know how old school I am.
No, he can't. There's a
We got a
whiteboard
thing here.
You have to deal with it. Anyways, yeah, we were talking just before coming live that we need to like tally up the points from yesterday's bets and do the ones from today.
Yes, let's do it now.
So let's go with Merlini. Merlini says Sidek, he was wrong. He said MVP, he was wrong. He said C9, he was wrong. He said LGD, he was wrong. He said AGT, he actually was right. He said Rave, he was wrong. He said Navi, he was wrong. Yeah. And he said Ehome, he was wrong.
Man, that is
Tough day
awful
for Merlini.
Damn.
Did he win any like value bets here?
No,
No.
AGT was like it was safe bet even. So
Yeah, they
he
were
was
against newbie.
for 6 points to 7 points.
He's gonna
Zyori.
lose to Shannon, dude.
Yeah. Zyori. No, but he doesn't. He actually started like 2 days late.
Okay.
So Shannon is doing similarly with 2 days advantage.
Yes.
Oh.
Zyori. You said Sidek, you were wrong. You said
No,
Hellra-
Sidek is right,
No, TongFu
isn't
won.
it? Oh, did TongFu win?
TongFu win that game.
Okay.
Yeah. You said Hellraisers and you were right. You said Vici, you were right. You said Navi, you were right. You said HET, you were right. You were wrong on Rave. You said Navi, you were wrong. And you said EG, you were right. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, and you go from 13 to 18.
Yes. Feeling
That's
safe.
my boy.
Safe from the horse mask. That's what I'm
Winter
talking
was
about.
wrong with Sidek, was right, wrong. So he gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points.
11. That's
So he got to 11.
Your expert
Again,
analysis are behind Zyori, my boy.
Wow. Dude, I'm killing it.
Really are.
LD, wrong, right, wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go
solid
to
showing.
12. You go.
Now, let's be clear. I did not get to bet on 2 of the days.
No. You got to bet on one of the days, but you got the default bets. So you're pretty far behind.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have made the default bets, Bruno.
That is true.
That's
that
what
is
I'm
true.
saying.
Now it's my turn. I fucked up with Sidek, and then I got it right, wrong. So I do get 6 points, and I go to a solid 24.
Isn't it shocking that the house is winning
I
in
was-
Bruno's casino?
I'm
Just
play- I'm-
thinking the same
I'm
thing.
playing all the safe bets.
Uh-huh.
Like, you know
Like
what?
the house.
Yeah, exactly. I'm being the house.
Yeah.
And I'm giving you like all these 3-1 and 4-1. People are like, you the horrible bookie.
No,
The house is
you'd-
doing amazing.
You'd be a great bookie, Bruno.
I know. It's nice that you tell me that.
Yeah.
I approve. Sidek wrong. This is Gods.
Oh
Sidek
my God.
wrong. What?
No, Vici.
Vici gave. Oh, yeah,
Vici
Vici
was
gave.
right.
Yeah. Vici was right.
LG wrong.
Wrong.
Right.
There
Oh,
should be extra penalty points if you have the worst day out of anyone. Like,
well,
that is an
it's
unbelievably
it's
bad
tied
day.
with Merlini. Merlini and Gods, they both have horrible days. Gods is with 13 points.
He got 1 point.
Oh my.
Sandstorm gets 3 because he gets
the
right
odds.
TongFu.
He just did that because Cinderin did it.
Yeah.
I feel like he should get 2.
Right, wrong. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. So
Alright.
Sandstorm jumps to an 18, and suddenly
Whoa.
Gods might have to wear
Oh,
LD and Guts. Either one of you. I think.
Or Lumi.
Well, Lumi's not
He's only
here.
been here the one day.
Lumi is not here, and it's today, by the way.
Okay, today's the final day.
Today's the final day, so.
somebody's getting punished.
Sunsfan, well, that's Sunsfan. Sunsfan is 18 now, and Synderen, he's I think comfortably first because he got right the TongFu getting 3 points, and he gets right, wrong. So he gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 points as well.
He passes the house.
He passes the house. He's the only one beating the
Cinderwin.
house with a 27. So it's Synderen 27, the house is 24, Zyori 18, Sunsfan also 18, Guts 13, LD 12, Winter 11, Merlini 7. Winter and Merlini don't count because they weren't here for the bets, but it's between Guts and LD that might have to get
Horsey.
horse mask today. Are you ready for the horse mask?
No. Please, God, no.
And there was talk of the first place having the opportunity to co-cast with the horse mask and poke as much fun as possible. So
That is right.
you could even have Cinderin there, ready to make it worse. LD.
I didn't do my bets one of the days. It's not fair, man. And then I'm stuck with the house bets the other day. This is bullshit.
Hey, the house is doing very well.
The house bets have been pretty good.
Well, he didn't always bet for the favorite. Usually.
You definitely got newbie at least once.
Yeah, that's
For
pretty bad.
EG versus Secret, Synderen said, Synderen
Probably would have said secret.
said EG.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sunsfan says Secret.
Okay.
Gods and you said EG.
Yeah.
I
You
said
said
secret.
secret.
Because I'm the house.
Yeah.
You said EG. Winter said EG. Zyori says Secret. And Merlini isn't
He
here.
probably would have said secret.
But let's go with Secret. And now here comes the next game. Navi versus TongFu. TongFu pays 4-1. Does
Navi.
anyone give TongFu?
Nope.
Still going Navi.
At
Navi.
4-1, I
At
would take
4-1?
TongFu there.
You take TongFu at 4-1? Can
Yeah.
you take Merlini's place? And like
Stand in
stand in Merlini? You're the Asian Merlini after all.
That's true. We've got the best connection in the house, so
All right.
You give it TongFu
Do it. Give me
4-1?
the TongFu.
yeah. I guess secret, so I guess works out.
are you taking the 4-1s, TongFu?
No, I'm Navi.
Navi. Okay, cool. And I'm gonna ask the other ones after the game starts.
Don't you guys gamble? This is 4-1. TongFu is pretty strong.
It's all about not finishing last, though, right now. You just got to
Yeah.
scrap together whatever
All you
points
have to do
can.
is not lose. That's the goal
No,
of
but
this
if
casino.
you're in the middle and you're not really in danger of being last, you might as well just go for the big value.
I'm
bets
not
to
really in
secure
the middle,
yourself.
though.
He's not in the
I know
middle.
you're not.
He's talking about me.
You got to get all the points you need, but Zyori's in a
So
position
I should
where
be
yeah, I
taking
feel
the-
like
the
you should
big
just
bets.
go for it.
Zyori, I have to say, I love that shirt.
Thank you. This is a new one. I got it for Christmas, actually.
Nice. Looking good.
Ah, thank you.
Highly
Very
approved.
colorful.
I wish I could find the pad for our ironing board, though. Somebody stole it, or the cats peed on it and we threw it away. I don't know.
Who was trying to iron their shirt yesterday?
Winter. We have the metal piece that you put the little pad on in the iron, but missing the key part to like
The soft thing that you
actually
put-
iron on.
Just iron the metal.
Just yeah. That'll.
I have a good story about that actually in Iron, but I'll tell you that in another day.
Well, we might
Okay.
have time blitz. We've only got 4 players in the lobby.
It's kind of gross though.
Is this going to be
No,
as good
I
as
like-
when you-
like not
your,
into like
your urinal incident? Is this going to live up to the Blitz hype?
it's gonna be like a painful. It was like
All of your stories are like embarrassing and painful.
yeah, but this one is just painful. Do
Okay.
you want me to tell you?
I
Sure.
think so. After all this
Fire
time.
away.
Okay, so I'm in Korea. I want to say I'm about 9. Okay, it's super hot in Korea, and everybody sleeps on the floor except my cousin who has a bed, and so I'm in the living room sleeping. Grace takes the couch, my sister, and I sleep with my shirt off because it's like 120 degrees, super humid.
120.
Roughly 120.
That's
In my
Slight
recollection, it was
exaggeration.
hot enough for me to sleep without a shirt. So, anyways, my cousin is ironing clothes, and she puts the iron on the bed, and she props it up, right, just like on her bed, and she leaves the iron. Like the iron is off now, but it was on like a second ago, and she goes to use the restroom, and then I wake up. Coincidentally, I have to use the restroom, so I start going. I knock. She's like, "I'm in there," and I'm like, "Okay," and I'm super groggy at this point. I don't have my glasses on. I have no idea where anything is, so I sit down on the bed to wait, and the iron rolls off, and it lands on my back.
Ah.
It's an alarm clock.
Yeah, and so my aunt had to like peel it off because it got like squelched to my skin because it was still hot enough. And then there was just like a huge scar now. Well, it's pretty much gone now, but
so you've got a tattoo.
You
or
don't have to
an
show the
iron
screen.
tramp stamp.
Is it in the back?
no, it's like it's not there anymore.
No,
It's like,
there's no
yeah.
scar.
You grew out of it.
Because my
I
aunt,
don't
as soon as
believe
it
him. I
happened,
think he's lying.
Yeah.
you can
There's
ask
no
Grace.
scar.
It's a real story.
If this really happened, there would be a scar.
I
An
think
iron-shaped scar. In
I
his
swear to
back.
God, you can ask Grace or anybody in my family,
There-
including
well,
my mother.
then you've paid them off. I don't believe it. Where's the evidence, Will?
I mean, it's not as bad.
He
See,
burned
this-
the evidence.
See, this
Ha ha.
this is from when I jumped out of the car, but that scar still remains. But this was less.
No, that one you have no one to blame but yourself.
Yeah, that one
That
was just me
time
being
that I
stupid.
jumped out of a car.
Oh,
That's
you're
another
new.
great-
Yeah,
another great Blitz story.
We'll save that for the next game because that one's really embarrassing.
Okay.
But this one was acceptable, right? So it's like I just
You just
what was
sat
your
down.
life in danger in the car that you
in
jumped
the
out?
car one. I probably was in closer to death in the car one than I was. The iron was just like horrifying pain.
Now what I'm saying is like when you jumped out of the car, was it because your life was in danger
Oh.
inside the car?
Was it on fire or something and about to run into a
Not
lake?
exactly.
I want to say that it was, but not in the way that we're thinking of.
Did you jump
the
out to
answer
save?
is a solid no.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna die if
Did you jump out to save a puppy?
similar to that.
That is nothing like what actually happened.
it's
not even remotely
close. It's for people watching that won't remember that I said I tell this story. It's close
There's
enough.
too many people who've heard the real story. You're not even going to be able to lie or sugarcoat it. We'll make sure we get Gods, maybe Merlini on here when you tell this one so that you can't...
Yeah, I just
know,
have.
you
That
can't
was actually Lawrence, the guy who was your old landlord. He was the driver of that car, so he can actually tell you that story's real.
I'm sure we should bring him in as a special guest. Maybe
Yeah.
one of the days
Yeah.
off we'll do a little...
All of these stories sound
Little
so
fun gaming
unbelievable,
stream.
but they actually the iron. There's another thing that I should tell. There's a scar on my leg that's kind of interesting, and then this from the car.
You are very good at avoiding injury.
I've never broken anything before though.
I mean, you're still here, which is
Yeah,
all
I'm-
this.
I'm
It's
still alive
impressive.
Maybe he's half cat.
Yes.
We
How many
have
lives have you used
4.5
up then?
lives.
I
So
don't
there's
know.
the iron, there's the jump out of the car, there's the bike,
There's the thing on my leg.
the thing on your leg. So you have 5 lives left, do you think? Or how many... Any other incidents that would have used some up?
In college, my roommate decided to like jump at me,
Okay.
and there was a. You know how like houses have. Our house just had a pillar in the middle.
Uh-huh.
You know they have 4 edges,
Yeah.
and he essentially grabbed me, and I slipped and fell, and I cracked my head on the back of the pillar.
Okay.
You
And
cracked your head.
it's just like there was like a noise, and I was like out for like 4 hours.
So let's say 5 then. So you have 4 lives remaining.
You're knocked out cold.
I was out like a light.
That's
that took a twist for the-
dangerous,
Yeah.
dude.
He's used up 5 lives in his first... How old are you? 23?
Oh,
25?
there was another incident too. This actually came on our school news. My friends decided it'd be a good idea. They have this like white van, and so they decided it'd be a good idea. I asked one of them to pick me up from from the corner, like in a really populated area of our college. And so they get like they decide to be funny to pretend to kidnap me. So they get like ski masks on and stuff, and they start like blaring like death metal, and then they like grab me in the middle of the
Kind of a
street.
kidnapper is flaring death.
They just got like, but
No
there's like
one noticed
there's
me.
like
I'm just
hundreds of
playing-
people around. It's like broad daylight, and then they just like grab me and force me in. And I know it's my roommate, so I'm laughing. But like apparently a bunch of people like took down the license plate, and and then like the cops came with guns and stuff, and they're like, did this happen? And I was like,
That
oh my
doesn't count.
Yeah.
That doesn't count. You still have 4 lives.
I wasn't in danger there. I was okay. So
Yes. You have 4 lives, Will. Use them wisely.
that was like one of the
You've
dumbest
got,
things anyone's
in
ever done.
theory,
though.
what, like 50, 60 years left? You've already used up 5 lives in like 23.
I feel like I haven't
25.
lived listening to all these
Yeah,
stories.
there's
know,
so
right?
many stupid things
Like-
that I've done in my life.
I've been playing it too safe. I
Yeah.
need to take some more risks.
I don't know about that.
That's why
I
he
can
wanted
do
the
without
TongFu.
having my back scarred by an iron.
I don't know if I need to be branded.
I think that's why he wanted to take the 4-on-1 and TongFu, and he's a risk taker.
Yeah,
this guy.
exactly. What is the point of living if you don't experience the highs?
And that
And
is
the horrible,
moral.
horrible
That's
lows.
the spirit.
That is the moral of the story
So,
today.
if you're ever in a car, just jump out. Live a little.
I'll tell the story to your friends.
You definitely
Actually.
shouldn't,
live
because
a
I
little.
still get like migraines once in a while, like out of the blue. My head will just like I'll have this like ear splitting pain ever since then.
Nice.
But you have a good story.
Exactly, and I've got a scar. It was pretty cool too.
Gentlemen out there, ladies out there, all 3 of them. I think there are more.
It's probably
I
more.
don't know. It
Well,
was
like
like
3%.
3%.
It's probably a bit more on Twitch, I think.
5%.
YouTube
5
is
to
like
10.
8%.
I take an 8. Yeah, I
An
take
8.
an 8. Yeah.
Okay.
But
I don't think it's more than 10. We're in the single digits.
Yeah.
All right, you know what I will tell you though, the most annoying thing about
Wait.
Okay.
Host here.
okay,
The game has started.
This is where you take the microphone away from her.
Yes. The game has started. We will go to the draft stage, and while we wait for the picks, you can tell whatever you were going to say.
okay.
But now let's go to the draft. It's TongFu versus Navi.
And also worth mentioning, guys, during this time slot on the Dota Cinema stream, we have Rave versus HR with Suns fan and Winter. And then on BTS2, possibly the highlight match of this round, it's Coddle Guy bringing you Vici Gaming versus Big God. Now that is a hype game.
VG versus BG.
VG versus BG.
VG?
Venomancer.
The VGs and the BGs.
The Benomancer?
The BGs.
The
man.
Venomancer.
Great band.
The
Big
BGs.
band.
The BGs,
The
yeah,
Bee Gees.
that's a band.
Wow.
Well, we just made it.
What a joke.
Yeah.
All right.
You happy?
TongFu, Na'Vi. It's TongFu with the first pick on the Dire side. They'll ban out the Axe and Rubik. Na'Vi banning out Wisp and Medusa. First pick, Jug. Some Spin Lords picked up here, Blitz.
I'm so tired of it. It's like my pub games all over again. Just Juggernaut, Troll, Axe,
Lena.
some combination of. I can't tell you enough how miserable it is to play against Lena one-on-one
At least
mid.
they banned Axe. That hero's the worst.
Yeah.
Out of this, all the Spin Lords, I think that's the worst.
I actually 100% agree. It's like a 10-second cooldown black hole or dual. It's just an amalgamation.
And
of
of course,
spells that are
whenever
way
the
too good.
enemies playing the Axe, it's like a 95% spin rate for those first few kills.
It's actually
it's
so
terrible.
miserable.
It's terrible.
There's no real counter to it. It's just the hero just does well. It's a KDA master.
Man, that is a really big respect ban, though. First phase Rubik ban against Na'Vi. Vangscore's been
Yeah.
playing a good Rubik, but I don't know if you first phase ban that.
They have been picking it in the first phase, though. So if it is something you don't want to go against.
I would much rather give Na'Vi Rubik than
Then-
Troll, though.
or-
Opposed is a monster on Troll.
And Venge.
Yeah, that combo as well.
I just think Venge as a hero is still a top tier support.
Well, the stats back you up. Venge is the most banned/picked hero, at least
Yes.
it was. Is that
yes.
still the case?
Yeah,
Bruno?
that's still
Oh,
the
yeah.
case.
Okay.
The most picked one is Lion, but that's only because he doesn't get banned enough. Venge, if you combine bans and picks, is way up the top.
The other thing that's crazy about Venge is she's popular in every scene. Every meta, everywhere, she's the talk of the town. And that actually doesn't happen all that often.
And she's fun to watch.
Yeah. She just does so much.
Yeah.
Makes gives your team great late game, great initiator, good defensive support, counters a lot of the strong initiators, like especially Batrider, who's been one of the most successful ones in this tournament, and lets your team roast early. Scouts with the Wave of Terror. She really does it all.
All right. So next round of bans coming out here. TongFu take out the Chen and the Shadow Friend.
They were watching some secret games, I guess.
Yeah. And Na'Vi, they'll ban out the Brood Mama, thinking about their fourth.
There's so many things that you might want to take away. They decided to go with the Ancient Apparition, which is a not so common ban. This hero used to be the Rage a couple months ago. Caw! How are these funny with a caw?
I don't know if he's
Is that
ever-
is
has
that
he
even-
played it before.
I think that hero is mainly played as a support.
Well,
No,
not always.
Ice
Na'Vi
Size.
is-
Ice
okay.
Size plays the best Phoenix I've ever seen in my life.
That was sick. He gave up first blood and then still solo kills the enemy.
Yes.
Enemy solo.
The hero,
Yeah.
the hero in general is just really strong. It's hard to zone out with the dive.
Mm-hmm.
There's only a few heroes that stop it, right? It's like
He's-
the
Skywrath.
silence. The silences really do well against him.
His weakness is his 0 armor.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing.
But
He
how
actually-
how do you do physical damage against him with fire spirits?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just
And we've seen that double ring of protection opener on Phoenix more often than not this tournament, at least. So strong.
TongFu now trying to think is like, have we played against this hero before? Do we know how to play against this hero? Do we know what does well? I think the Ice match, he was 1v1 against the Nax.
Yeah,
Yes.
and he gave up first blood. Then he still came back, solo killed the Axe. I think part of that was whoever was playing the Axe. I forget who it was, but I mean, it's not that common of a hero in competitive. Maybe something you've laid against in a pub game, but it's just underestimated. Once you get the ultimate, you
Was
have
it
you have the double dive.
Was it Funnick on the Axe? I think
Maybe
it
it
may
was.
have
It
been.
was actually the Navi.
Yeah,
versus
that
Yeah, I
was
think
the
it
Navi.
was.
Well, maybe Funnick liked what he saw. He's
Yeah.
like, man, I should get my hands on that.
I
It's
can do
actually
better than
interesting."
this Ice guy. Who is this guy?
Obviously, when you're against Phoenix, one of the really big things is can you quickly kill the egg? They first pick Troll, Juggernaut's melee, Lion doesn't have great attack speed. TongFu don't have the best side up to kill the egg.
Juggernaut is really bad against Phoenix because Phoenix, in a best case scenario, can wait until the spin to pop the egg. And I'm actually not sure if Juggernaut can attack the egg when spinning. It might be the case that he can actually. Never mind.
I don't think
Like
so.
it's very selective. You can attack towers
yeah
when you
and
are
he-
spinning.
But you're very slow.
Yes,
But
Well,
you should still
normally.
be able to. Why wouldn't you be able to attack the egg? While
because
you're
you can't
spinning?
attack units.
Yeah, you can attack units. Only the towers. It's a really
But-
weird interaction.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if egg.
What is
Actually,
the
probably
egg?
someone on Twitch knows. And will.
Oh, I'm sure.
The egg has to count as a unit.
I think
Yeah,
it
it
has to
should.
count as a structure.
Yeah.
Can you
wait.
TP on an egg? With
No, you
Tinker?
can't.
I doubt it.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
then again, you could TP on Elder Titan Spear, which is the most
Yeah.
weird mechanic
And
ever.
the Brewmaster.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
that's-
Brewlings.
We'll
I'm
we'll
actually
find
not
out. I
sure.
guess.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
The
yeah.
brute,
Twitch chat will let us know.
the brew thing is the stupidest thing. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Clockwork again, another hero that's not great against Phoenix. You can't trap him in the cogs. You can't really attack the egg as
It's good
fast.
against troll though.
They're saying you
It's good
can. You
against troll.
can. It's the same as like you can attack magic immune units as well.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Same thing as like buildings, magic immune units. They do get sniper. I think this is one of the better heroes
Yeah.
versus Phoenix.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, that long range.
Well, I guess it would have been better with the old headshot though.
Yeah, but you still see snipers going for this like intense auto attack build with like the Mask of Madness, Yasha, so it's pretty easy just to focus down the egg. Stay out of range of those fire spirits.
Snipers actually had a really good win rate in this tournament.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's in like the low 60s. It's pretty solid.
And 3 of those losses are Eternal Envy.
Exactly.
So-
Without Eternal Envy, he
like
would
he's
be-
0-3 on the hero, so I feel like that's kind of clouding the
No,
data
1
a
and
bit.
2, I think. He is.
Oh, is he 1
I
and
think
2?
he's 1 and 2.
Clouding the data. LD, look at you.
The new shrapnel is just really good overall though. It's hard to
Yes.
play against. It does us a lot of damage. In some ways, the hero did get worse for tower pushes, but the overall team fight seems really strong, and the laning phase especially. It sets
Yeah.
up really nicely for your supports. You can play it mid really safely, just triple shrapnel. You can pressure out the mid lane really easily without taking damage. You cancel out blinks. And against the type of lineup that Navi have, unless the troll gets a blink dagger, maybe second or third item, they don't really have a lot of ways to distance close. And actually, if the clockwork, I'm kind of envisioning the way that team fights go. If the clockwork just YOLOs in, traps the troll, or puts him behind the cogs, then the sniper should almost never die.
They have a lot of
So-
good solutions to clock though. They have
The swap.
the egg, the swap, strong. Earthshaker is actually an interesting choice though.
The core shaker.
This hero generally struggles against Clockwork.
This is a Dandy Shaker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So it's a slightly different setup.
But he will get the quick blink or shadow blade.
That's actually, like I said, you needed a space closer against a sniper.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he just hits things. Because
They
with
have
the
really
clockwork,
good initiation now.
yeah, that's why you pick the
Yeah.
clockwork, is just to protect the sniper in a roundabout way.
I think they even might want another hero that can help him disengage in some way or keep him safe.
A second support,
Yeah.
there's Venge would have been the ideal target.
Do you think it's going to be Earthshaker Lich mid?
Maybe a dazzle even. There's a lot of physical damage on
I think
that.
it has to be against a sniper.
Yeah, you can't.
You're not going to get any farm.
Yeah.
You're just going to eat right clicks.
I mean, TongFu, a team that will bust out some less popular supports. We've seen their Ogre. I think they played Tusk once or twice. I feel like Dazzle is a decent defensive option.
I
here.
don't think Tusk is the hero here.
No.
You don't want to group up for that Lich or that Earthshaker.
Yeah. Storm.
Storm.
All right.
Okay.
Support
So
clock.
support clock.
Or support Jug, maybe.
Yeah.
Storm's actually
Oh.
really good against this lineup too. If he gets a fast Orchid, the Phoenix is useless.
Was it TongFu that ran support Juggernaut early in the tournament? No, it was
Who was it?
Phoenix does it sometimes, but I doubt they did it for this.
LPC takes the jug.
How do you say all these names on TongFu, by the way?
LPC, Kabu,
Qian.
Kian, Xingqiu.
It's not Kian, it's
Is it?
Jian.
Jian.
Say it again.
Jian
Jiang.
Jian.
and Xing. I don't know, Xin. I would call him Xin. Xin Q.
You know what? I'm just gonna
Xingqiu.
do things by the hero names. I think that's my.
can do that
you're
too.
allowed.
Just call
I'm
the
allowed.
Storm Blitz.
Universe on the clockwork. That's
I-
eternal
I-
envy on the
aren't you a little
sniper.
bit sad that heroes don't have like a secondary name like in Dota 1?
I
I
doubt
def-
I'd be the storm
I
for.
definitely think you'd be the Storm.
I definitely don't think. Maybe if I like got in a car crash and died or something.
You are very morbid today, William.
Wow.
You have to crash a lot of times to actually die.
I love you so much, Bruno.
Oh my.
Okay, the other thing too, by the way, Zyori, that I'm really bad at is for all my knowledge, I'm terrible at mechanics.
For all my
terrible
for my
at-
my
I know.
volumes of endless knowledge and wisdom.
I will
I
tell
have
you-
one small
I'll tell you
weakness.
strats, but I can't tell
As
you
a 7K
interactions.
MMR player, I just want to say,
You know,
All right.
I can't actually tell you any of Storm's mana cost or damage values.
What?
I can't
What?
tell you a single one.
What?
Yeah. How
I
is
mean,
that
I
possible?
understand if you say ball lightning, you don't know because that's okay. But you have to know how much Remnant costs.
No idea.
Give me ballpark.
Level 1?
less than 300.
I want to.
I want to say 100.
What? That would suck.
Oh, it's only 70. Sweet.
How much is Electric Vortex?
Oh,
That one is easy.
100?
What?
It's 100. It's 100
Oh,
for level
yeah,
1.
yeah.
It's 100 for level 1. Yes.
Well
How much
done,
is
Blitz.
Overload, Will?
They cost no mana.
Oh,
What's
damn.
What's the max damage that it does?
70?
80?
70? Oh, it's 90.
Damn.
It's 90.
No, I know why the hero's so good, huh?
Yeah, it's just I don't think that kind of knowledge helps me though. In all honesty, it doesn't really make
You
a
do it by
difference for me.
feel.
Yeah, I just do
Ooh,
it by
nice
feel.
Uh-oh.
It's
gonna secure the room.
LPC's on his way
Oh,
in.
is it though?
He wants this bounty. Who's going to get it? It'll be the Earthshaker that grabs it.
All right, they got double. They got double.
They won.
bounty
It's
runes.
over.
They won.
GG.
The game's
All
All
done.
right. Well, since the game's over, me and Bruno.
No, it's not over.
We're gonna
It
have a
just
little.
started.
We're
One
gonna
day,
have a little-
one day, I would actually like a stat on that. If you get double bounty runes, how much does your win share actually increase?
We'll check. We
We'll
probably,
get-
we'll
look
probably
into
go
it.
find it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care. We'll
Okay.
Bye-bye.
So we'll take it away. Let's introduce some rosters here, Blitz. Radiant side, we've got Navi. It'll be a Core Shaker mid, played by Dendy. Up in the top lane, it'll be a dual lane. Go Black on the Lich. Funnick here, going to be on the Phoenix. And in the safe lane, that puts us with another dual lane. Van Score on the Venge. And it's Havost on the position 4 Troll Warlord.
Yeah. This actually is, by the way, support Juggernaut. Was I meant to introduce the TongFu lineup?
If you want to.
I don't want to do that.
Okay, do you want me to just do both?
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
I feel more comfortable. I need stability in
All
my
right,
life.
here we go. So, Kian, I'm going to continue with my American pronunciation here on the Rattle Trap Clockwork down bottom. Zin Q on the Blitz Hero mid. Mr. Storm Spirit. It'll be a safe lane try. LPC on the Jug, who's actually on the 4. Kabu on the Lion. And that'll leave us with U9 on the Sniper. I just call him U9. Parker says U9.
There's no way that
You could say U9. Apparently, it's like a search engine in some other part of the world or something. It's a website.
these names are just obnoxious. I'm just gonna call them by their. I don't want to butcher it.
Damn,
That's the main thing. Is I don't want to offend anybody by.
These Blitz Flames.
Yeah, so somebody's gonna butcher it for sure.
If
And
you need
so-
help with HR, I can coach you later. Valak
Okay.
gave me voice lessons.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
You've got a good idea of it.
Yep.
Dendy actually, I think, is doing okay in this mid lane. He's got 5 CS against the Storm. The Storm's got 8. All he has to do is pop the Remnant repeatedly and farm this out. He does miss that off. See, this is the one thing I can tell everybody. Just the Storm versus everything matchup.
Well, there you go. It's valuable knowledge. Down bottom, a rotation onto Kian. Van Score. It's going to zone him out. Saving the missile for now. Both safe laners getting a good bit of farm, except the Sniper actually struggling a little bit against this dual off lane.
You know what I'd like to see, by the way?
What would you like to see?
He pinged the Storm pinged out the chicken, and so that if LPC is fast enough, because the bottle he can't upgrade it until level 3 or 3 minutes in, and he's got boots. He could snipe the courier, but it looks like it looked like for a second he was electing to do that, and he's like, never mind.
I'm just going to keep farming.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the 4 Jug? We've talked about it a lot on the panel, but we've seen it in so few of the Jug games that have actually happened in the group stage so far.
Healing Ward is excellent. It doesn't really do too much for Storm. That's like, oh god. All I'm going to talk about is how everything works in relation to that hero. It doesn't do anything for Storm, obviously, because if you don't have mana, you're going to get
This
chased
first
down.
blood down bottom. Kian, one more axe. It's going to be Havost with the bonus gold. Oh boy. You're not going to be able to call him 4 this game. Stepping it up.
That wasn't even with the help of the Vengeful Spirit. That's really surprising that
Just a solo kill.
Yeah, that the Clockwork dies there. I guess he got bash, but
Yeah.
getting that close and getting killed like that isn't the safest thing you can do. This Lich lane, though, with the Phoenix is going to be the most irritating lane TongFu has ever played against. And like you were saying, how do I think the Jug will do? I think here it's going to do awfully. You're not going to lock down the Phoenix. Even if the Lion gets a stun and the Hex off, how do you actually stop a Phoenix with the Juggernaut? Like, it doesn't do anything. And if the
Yeah.
Lich... If Goblak, this all comes down to Goblak. If he plays it really safely, what do you... You're not going to kill the Lich either. His job is only to keep denying. He's got boots up. You're not really going to get in range of him. I actually think it would have been better to get boots on Kabu, because without him getting in position, and I actually think, yeah, he needed the boots. He's going to go down here.
Up top. Top
2
lane.
clicks. Yep, he's dead.
Mr. Lion goes down. Go Black now in a little bit of a sticky wicket, though. Headshot from U9 slowing him down. Double headshot as LPC gets a lot of licks in with that Blade Fury. Another shrapnel from long distance secures the kill for Mr. Sniper. Funnick left behind, and we'll have an Icarus dive available in case he gets into a rough position.
He's going to have to pop it right now, but
Yeah, there you
still,
go.
you'd imagine that's worth it for them. An offlane getting a kill like that. The Lion isn't your ideal target, but at the same time, the Lion, out of all 3 of these heroes in this tri-lane, is going to have the most difficult time catching up. The erroneous thing a lot of people think is, okay, if a core dies, that's the worst thing ever. But in actuality, the core will get the most time to catch up. Where's this Lion going to come back from that kind of deficit of dying right here?
The jungle.
He's over there.
Team fights. I don't know. It's a good point. This is kind of the bread and butter of Na'Vi, though. They love to do these dual lanes against the safe lane tries with the Funnick Go Black. You see that like Go Black Abaddon style quite a bit to just make sure Funnick can get some space. And more often than not, they find this efficiency where they're able to actually at least break even, if not win, a 2v3 setup. And they're off to a pretty good start on that front this match.
Oh, and in mid, Dendy looks, he does have the level 6. He's got the enchant up as
the
well.
dunk.
He's going to get the double hit as well. Just misses it.
Out?
No, he's not going to be able to get it. I think he actually missed the preloaded enchant totem that he had.
Oh,
but
it's unfortunate.
Otherwise, maybe he did get it off. But that's still...
Funnick up top in some trouble. He gets turned into a frog inside of the shrapnel. And they'll get an easy pick there. It's doing some work.
It helps so much. I can't believe I just said dog and my mom's probably listening.
It's all good, dog. I got you, Holmes.
She's just really disappointed when I do that.
You want to drop some yos?
It was
good
just
play, yo.
It was just good. It was good play by TongFu using just the triple shrapnel. He doesn't elect to level it. He's actually going for the taped game here, and I think this is the right choice. Funnick just doing a little bit of a cheeky dive here. This is still a really safe lane, though, like you said. Lich just keeps denying. You're going to get XP on the wave. I think that Na'Vi might be playing this lane a little bit too over-aggressively after that first kill.
Yeah, the sniper's catching up a bit more now. He's 19 and 11, so that CS score a lot better than it was. Oh, Elgato, no! They're not going to go for the courier. They'll go for Dendy. That's what's important here. LPC on the other side of the fissure. Blade Fury under the tower. Nowhere for Dendy to go. It's a kill for the Storm. But Go Black, he's on his way in. They're looking for a counter kill.
For sure.
Van Score stunned from the low ground, but Zyori should still be able to make it out. Maybe no. The Troll's coming to cut him off. Oh no! Havost! He makes it happen. It'll be Na'Vi that get the good trade here.
That's a perfect rotation by the entire bottom lane in position. Havost realizes the Storm only has one way to get out. It's just a really good rotation. Even I didn't see him coming, so if I didn't, the Storm definitely didn't. Even with, he still didn't have mana. A little bit of an aggressive dive. They do get the experience for killing Denny, but they lose 2 heroes there. And you look how much levels Goblek has now off of this. He's almost level 6.
Yeah, and looking at the other supports, Lion and Juggernaut only 4. In the top lane, Funnick will get isolated here. Nowhere for him to go, and ends up being an easy kill for the Dire. It will be the Lion that gets credit for that one.
Yeah, and they're actually starting to pick up some steam here. This top lane...
Uh-oh, Go Black. He gets a rune, but Zyori gonna punish it. Zip forward, makes it to the high ground.
He misclicked! Oh, don't commit for this.
My.
Don't commit for this.
He commits for it. Dendy comes in. He's gonna try to punish this. No dunk for 15. Zyori with a little bit of mana. He makes it to the... Oh, no! Blitz, it's a disaster. But he might still live. LPC, he's there. Healing ward. Storm lives.
Okay, that was surprising that he was able to get off of that. I guess Dendy just doesn't do enough damage right now.
He had the dunk. That would have been a kill for sure.
He messed up on the overload click, though, on the Lich initially. And if anybody rotates there or is there, he dies, but is able to get out. So, and that's a pretty fairly big kill. Like we said, the Lich is level 5 at this point, and that kind of works against him. Just giving up a level 5 kill to the Storm right now. He finally takes almost a full level lead over Dendy mid now off of that.
Oh, that's a little rough. Dendy's farm actually a little bit lackluster here. He's number 4 overall in net worth, and they make up for it, though, with Havost. He's top in the charts. That kill on the Storm, buffing him up quite a bit. And Na'Vi with a very small gold lead. It's still very even. LPC getting that bounty rune here at the 8-minute mark, and it looks like down bottom, Dendy will be able to grab an invisibility. A little bit of kill potential here with an invis on the Earthshaker.
Not with that rocket. I think he's just going to go straight back for mid. He does have the Echo Slam up. Vanscore is in position, but I don't know. If Vanscore plays this really safe and smart, maybe he forces the Storm to go on him and goes for it. But the way that this is being played right now, I don't think that...
Storm seems pretty suspicious. He's really safe.
He has to know that something is afoot. But it looks like Dendy is actually going to try to catch him in the jungle here. This is a fairly good rotation by him. But I think without the preloaded Enchant Totem, there's no way he's going to be able to get this kill. And if the Venge just decides to skip out in this mid lane and run forward, it's going to become super obvious.
LPC on his way down. There's the opening from Dendy, but Vanscore not in position for the missile, and he'll just Blade Fury out.
That's the problem right there, because if you lead with Vanscore, then the jug just spins.
Yeah.
What's the play there?
Well, a dunk on cooldown seems to be the play. Phoenix now taking over the safe lane as Havost moves into Radiant Ancients mid lane. Dendy initiated on as Zyori comes cruising on in, but Magic Missile's there. The totem.
Damage. Get separation. One more click.
Can he live? Storm will live. LPC goes down a 1-for-1 shaker for Jug, but Havost is here, wants to punish the Storm, can't close the gap despite the phase boots. And that'll be the end of it. Just a 1-for-1. Nice little trade there for Na'Vi. Well, no, actually for TongFu rather. Core shaker for the support Jug.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. And the Jug got experience and Dendi doesn't. And he was level 7 the last time we checked about 2 minutes ago.
He's still level 7.
Yeah, he goes in the jungle. That's the second failed dunk for him. That doesn't really accomplish a whole lot. I knew he'd go for it there because it was kind of hard committed at that point. He says to himself, okay, I went in the jungle. I wasn't able to get anything. This is the second invis rune that screwed him over.
So how's U9's farm looking? Goes for the power treads instead of the phase boots. The most common sniper build we've seen this tournament has definitely been phase, Yasha, Mask of Madness out of the gate, and then whatever you need from there, MKB, what have you. But that kind of glass cannon style, and here he's going for some stats and happy as a clam, just farming away in that safe lane.
I feel like he just doesn't have enough supports to back him up.
Well,
The
there's the
Lion-
Mask of Madness at least.
Yeah, the Lion is about to get level 6, but the Clockwork isn't doing as well as he should. He's only level 6 right now. I think if things were going a little bit better and if he had a different lane, he would have gone for the phase boots.
Pavos maybe in trouble here, zipping all around. They can't find him. There's the Electric Vortex, LPC, hitting him hard, and out comes
It's
the
just an
Blade
RNG
Fury.
battle. It's just an RNG battle.
Zyori wins the battle, but now Funnick comes in to try and clean it up. Supernova flies through. Will he find a stun? Storm goes down to the DOT. Dendi hasted up, charging on through. Supernova now finished. Can Dendi find a fissure block here? Well, he'll at least get the stun on LPC, but they will back out. Clockwork uses a hook shot, and he'll whiff it. Looks like just a 1-for-1 for now.
No, he was able to actually
Oh, he
pick
gets
off
the
Juggernaut,
jug.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Earn charges, man.
Oh, my.
So there.
All right, 1 for 2. Nice for Navi.
Still, the best trade-off here is that Dendi actually doesn't get anything out of that. He comes back bottom again. He doesn't get experience for the Juggernaut kill. He just hits level 8 right now. Even with the Storm's recent 2 deaths, he's almost level, he's 9.5 right now. So Dendi a full level and a half back behind the Storm Spirit. And meanwhile, top, this is exactly what you want to do. Create separation for your sniper. Allow him to farm in peace. The Troll gets pressured. Yes, the Storm and the Jug die, but the Troll, you know, Navi doesn't get experience for that. The Troll dies. Overall, I think it goes, TongFu is okay with that trade.
Yeah, Sniper is starting to get some decent momentum here, especially with the Mask of Madness. Now he can feel free to farm the jungle nice and efficiently, which he will do. I don't think he has any stacks to retreat to, so won't be able to like turbo farm here, but he is starting to nip at the heels of Havost.
Yeah, the problem right now for TongFu is that they push this tier 1 tower, which is a nice gold influx, but they can't abuse the jungle like Navi can. What Navi's doing is that they sent the Phoenix down, they can send the Avenger the Lich down to abuse the short lane, but TongFu can't really do that. They're hard committed to looking for kills, just because if any support were to go top the farm, they'd be so deep in enemy territory.
Uh-oh, speaking of enemy territory, finger onto Havost, hook shot over, Zyori zips down, they get an easy kill on the Troll. Now Go Black may suffer a similar fate, not enough mana for the Vortex, sipping that bottle, and he'll find the mana, but in comes the Venge, and that'll be enough to repel TongFu. Just a quick pick on the 4 of Navi.
Yeah, that's another that's another pick off on the Troll Warlord, and meanwhile the Sniper just continues to get space. The level advantage, though, it's really impressive that Havost is still level 11 despite dying twice really recently. And he's still doing a really good job in terms of keeping ahead in levels. Even with those 2 deaths back to back, he's still got a level on everybody in the game.
And he's still number 1 on net worth, just shy of 6k. Picks up his Yasha with his phase boots, so still farming at a pretty damn good rate and a pretty big threat for TongFu.
Okay, looking at this game, what do you feel like the layout is? What do you feel like TongFu goes for? You think they're just spread out, go for pickoffs here and there?
No, well, I think they've got a decent late game advantage here. Storm and Sniper are going to scale very well, and Jug, depending on how this kind of mid game unfolds, he could end up finding some decent farm himself now that he's kind of coming online a little bit. They do need to be wary of these ancient stacks, though. Havost has a big fatty, looks like a nice triple stack here that he'll be able to take out. They just need to try to limit the Troll. They've done a good job ganking him. But I think TongFu can feel pretty comfortable sitting back and farming. One issue that I worry, though, is they don't have any farm accelerators. No Hands of Midas. Maybe that's what Jug is thinking about with those gloves. Nope, picks up his treads.
Yeah, I actually completely agree with you. I think TongFu just continues to spread out the map farm, look for the mini pickoffs. They did it twice. The really smart thing about the back-to-back gank is nobody ever expects the exact same thing. They think to themselves, there's no way they go for this again. And being able to pick off Troll twice there,
Mid. Oh, Lion. He
That's not a big
dies.
kill, though.
Okay. Slow pick off there.
it does help Funnick out the most. He's probably going to pick up a Midas with that Gloves of Haste. There's that farm accelerator.
Yeah, so Navi will pick those up, and you see Navi stacking their Ancients, farming them out pretty efficiently. TongFu don't seem to be farming quite as efficiently. They could have stacked up the jungle more for the Sniper. I don't think they have any Ancient snacks quite yet. I haven't noticed anybody moving over to that part of the map. So I think ideally TongFu would like to sit back and farm and push towards the late game, but they need to be wary of how efficiently Na'Vi are actually getting farm right now.
Yeah, and their problem right now is that Dendy's got a Blink Dagger, and
Yeah.
they have a lot of different reliable ways to initiate a fight. You can send the Troll in first, just, to tank in. Vanscore's got a swap. He's got a medallion that he can use on his Troll as well. They've got the Phoenix Dive. They've got the Earthshaker, Blink Dagger, just a lot more reliable, safe ways to engage and disengage. Whereas TongFu, I feel like that's kind of where they're a little bit weak. Once the Storm rolls in, he's pretty hard committed. He has to be really careful about the counter initiation.
And how's the progress on his Orchid? He's got 1 Oblivion Staff and a Robe. 15 minutes, and it's going to be a pretty late Orchid.
I think it's okay. I agree it's a little bit late because he hasn't been farming at all. He's only got 55 CS. But the trade-off is that he slowed down the Trolls farm as well by going for those 2 ganks. I think it's okay. It's like a sideways worth it.
Right.
You're not really ahead there, but you're not far behind off of that either.
Right. Troll going for the S and Y, so Havos just going for a nice combative item here to continue putting on the pressure and finding some blood. Still top of that net worth chart by a good little margin. ZinQ doing some split pushing down bottom, pressuring this tier 1 tower, while Na'Vi are kind of clumped up around the mid lane with Funnick farming up top.
Yeah, this was just TongFu in the early game being able to split the map, go for the troll gank twice.
Yeah.
Na'Vi finally realizes that, and that's the best thing, is just the fear of the gank alone is almost just worth it by going for that. Even if the troll, or if the storm dies there as a counter rebuttal, it doesn't really matter because now you've put fear in Na'Vi's minds.
Yeah, intimidated, tilted.
Yeah, and look how many wards they have they have 1 ward in the jungle, they have 1 ward to the entrance as well.
Up top, U9 initiated on. Icarus dive from Funnick to get things started. Goes into the Supernova for the TP in. LPC going to be in the danger zone here. And he actually gets the kill on Phoenix. Oh my gosh, was that a close call, Blitz?
Yeah, and if he was able to get that slash off as well, maybe?
Elsewhere, Dendy died. What happened
and
to
at bottom.
Bottom, okay. So it's a 2 for 2 around the map. I'm not sure who that favors. They lose their sniper, but they also
that
get
definitely
the kill
favors
on
TongFu.
Yeah.
Being able to kill the Phoenix and the or the Earthshaker, like Dendy's been set super far behind. He's got a Blink Dagger and a Belt of Giant Strength. He's got no farm to speak of. He's had to pick up a value wand. He's 69 CS, nothing remarkable, with 3 deaths on top of that. Not creating too much space.
Go Black about to get ganked down here. Clockwork. He's got a hook shot. He's ready to use it. Will connect at point blank. And, well, Kavu just going to be there for some support. And actually jacks the kill with the Earth Spike. Nice little pick-me-up for TongFu.
Yeah, it's really surprising, actually, that Goblok is this underleveled. With a Lich, the problem with the hero is that he doesn't have a reliable stun. He doesn't have a reliable initiation. Getting items on him doesn't do a whole lot. And so the hope is that you get a lot of levels and you just overwhelm them.
And what level is he already? He's 8, so not far behind, but not really ahead as you would kind of expect with that sacrifice advantage he gets, like you were talking about. Phoenix, though, the Hand of Midas, great item on her, or it, I guess, gender ambiguous.
What is it? Can you interpret the cause?
No, I think it's an it. In all of the lore description, they use gender neutral, like it's and that's. So
okay, fair enough.
I don't know. I don't know what the Phoenix is. I haven't looked.
We shouldn't try to box it up, you know.
We'll let Phoenix be its own person.
Exactly.
But has the Hand of Midas now, so can you get all those yummy levels? Sniper moving into a Shadow Blade of all items here. Interesting item trajectory on him.
I guess the hope is that the only people that can really gank him is the Venge and the Earthshaker, and because of the range, you hope that you would be able to get out before that. I'm not the biggest fan of it here, especially with a core Earthshaker being in the game.
Yeah.
Like, the core Earthshaker is just going to focus you with Echo Slam every single fight if you get big enough.
Right.
So maybe a more defensive item would have been a little bit better. Like, even the Blink Dagger, I think I would have preferred.
Well, Roche goes down in a matter of seconds for Na'Vi. That medallion plus the troll makes it super, super easy, and Havos will be the one to pick up that Aegis of the Immortal as Na'Vi move into this Tier 1 tower mid. The Glyph will come out, TongFu posing a bit of a defense, at least for now, but it looks like they will opt just to let the tower fall as they do split the map once more and continue finding all that yummy farm. Havos is pulling further and further ahead, though. Look at that level difference, 15 compared to the 12 of Storm, and now 10k net worth compared to the 7,500. That's still looking okay for Na'Vi here, Blitz.
Yeah, you semi-expect it from the troll, and that's okay, I think, for TongFu. It sounds like I'm being biased to the team with Storm, but you kind of expect that to happen. The troll just can farm so many different things. That's the best part about it.
Funnick, though, caught by an Omni Slash. He'll get brought down a 1-for-1. Another good trade for TongFu. Hook shot across, goes on to Go Black, assassinates there as well, make it a 1 for 2. Dendy in an awkward
If they get
position.
Dendy as well, this is super worth.
Oh, he's definitely going down here. The Orchid comes out. Soulburn going to be more than enough. A 1 for 3. And TongFu only lose a support. That value bet looking like it was even more value. I should have taken your advice, Blitz.
Yeah, TongFu just has a lot more to lose here. Na'Vi is still pretty secured for the top 8. TongFu probably playing for, a lot of pride. They're in their home country. They feel pretty good.
Oh, swap up top onto Kian.
He's super dead.
Yep.
I don't think a rebuttal comes off of this either, is the crazy part. They're just so afraid of Havos at this point. Level 16, like we talked about.
God.
It's actually disgustingly high level.
He's a monster, dude.
Yeah, I think even if the Storm were to Orchid to initiate and uses everything, I think it would still die when the Aegis pops out.
And even after that failed fight, Na'Vi still have a golden experience lead. We'll see Havos initiated on up
Oh,
top.
maybe not. They have Finger available for the time he respawns. He doesn't have a BKB. All right, I lied. He's going down.
Oh, but Vengeful Spirits nearby. Support is inbound. Venge with a stun on Kabu. Havos.
They need Kabu for this kill.
Whirling Blades. He can't get off the finger. It's a 1 for 0 now the other way. U9 isolated by Havos. Dendy there with a fissure, but they don't have detection as he Shadow Blades out. Vanscore
Storm doesn't
isolated
have
on the
mana.
other side.
Oh, he's able to get out. Everybody's able to get out. Shadow Blade pays off value.
Oh, my. Where are the wards? Where are the dusts?
That was such a smart play, though, by Vanscore. His troll was 100% dead, and he actually goes for the correct target there. He's like, I'm going to kill the lion. The lion poses the greatest threat right now to the troll. If
Yeah.
troll gets hexed there and fingered and the lion dies, they probably still kill Havos. But because of that rotation by that Venge, to cancel the TP, come down and say, okay, I need to make this play. Absolutely worth it for them.
So now Havos, even bigger than he was, and perhaps a bit scarier. BKB is on the way. It's sitting on the courier right now. So he'll have all that magic immunity. Looks like a mech is coming out for Funnick, and Dendy moving into something with an Ogre Club. A BKB on him as well.
Yeah, there's no way he's getting something like an SNY.
No.
Oh, I see
I
a
was
full
thinking an Ags
distance
or
roll. That's 100% dead. Goblik, maybe?
100%. That's a bold claim, Cotton.
Where's your snipe? There's your snipe.
There it is.
I was
That's
like,
what's
okay. Yeah, I was like, yeah, the snipe has to be there. There's no way that he gets out of that.
Oh, boy. Just a little pick for TongFu.
He's
Oh,
actually got the
hook
hook shot as well. No dive available.
Phoenix is dead. He's got the egg. He should be dead here. Yeah. No supernova.
Even the spin for that as well.
Yeah.
That's nothing, though. It's just a spin.
Yep. So, in 2 for 0 exchange once more, 17-13. Glancing at the graphs, Na'Vi still working this map just a little more effectively.
Yeah, it looks like TongFu, though, is making a lot of headway. Their Storm is getting quite huge. The Earthshaker hasn't been able to accomplish a whole lot. For 23 minutes of farm right now.
0, 4, and 5.
Yeah, he hasn't had the kind of impact that he needs to. If you pick a core Earthshaker like this, you assume get the quick Blink Dagger. That's how you're going to counter the Storm. You get a quick Blink Dagger anytime that the Storm tries to come in. You fissure him, you follow up with the Enchant Totem. That's just hard to fight against.
May see some tower exchanging here. TongFu clumped up at the mid, and Na'Vi clumped up in the bottom. Glyphs coming out on both sides of the coin, but TongFu actually have the Jug up top, so he gets that tier 2. Could end up being a 2 for 1 tower exchange. As, yeah, they do get the one down bottom. So, pretty good trade for TongFu here. We'll see if Na'Vi defend the tier 1 mid.
They're definitely going to.
They don't seem too interested.
Somebody will get there. Funnick will throw something on it, maybe. Nope.
Maybe? No, he just walks on by.
Eh, it's not going to die.
Okay, it stays alive.
It would be smart, though, for TongFu, I think, to avoid the fight at bottom. Like you said, this late game does favor TongFu, I believe. Yeah, it looks like they have the better supports for the late game, too. I think Lion and Jug are just going to scale better than a Lich and Avenge.
Yeah.
Especially because this is like this is like a 9 support, you know? You're buying everything. You're allowing Vanscore to go double boots. I was actually about to point that out. He got an energy booster.
Oh, my. He does have double boots.
Yeah, he bought an energy booster with Trinkle boots. Like, I was like, okay, what is he possibly going to do with that? The only thing is like a Bloodstone or
Yeah.
the double boot.
Arcane boots. Okay. Yeah. And Lich, he just doesn't scale that well. The armor's cute. Helps out a little bit, but yeah, nothing compared to that Blink Hex initiation. They will get the tier 2 tower down bottom, so ultimately the pushes do kind of level out. Na'Vi get 2 towers out of it, leaving only 2 outer towers remaining for TongFu.
Yes. All TongFu needs to do, though, I think, is hold out, hold out, hold out. Don't get picked off, which they're not. You can lose side heroes, the Juggernaut, the Lion. Who really cares? Just keep the Storm and the Sniper alive. force the late game rotations, force Na'Vi to move his 5 just to get kills. They are going to kill Kabu 100%, but a BKB 10 second was picked off for that.
LPC,
You're okay with that?
He's going to go down as well. Was that a dunk from Dendi to boot? Yep, it sure was. All right, they get 2 kills down bottom.
It's the supports. It's okay at this point.
Dunk for support.
Okay, that was kind of weird by Storm, though. The tower wasn't nearly low enough for him to be able to do anything off of that.
Yeah, meanwhile, near the Dire Secret shop, Go Black and the Sniper having a little bit of alone time. Go Black, he's not going to be enjoying the picnic nearly as much. He'll get taken out. Clockwork secures the kills. He gives him the wrench. Point blank hook shot onto Funnick. There are the cogs. And the Blade Mail doing some work here. He'll TP out, and he will succeed.
Yeah, it didn't look like the Venge was in position for that. Just a really smart play by that Clockwork in general. Being able to cog in the perfect location, recognizes that if he tries to run away, he's probably going to get caught out by that Phase Boots Sound and Yasha troll.
Storm gets the tier 1 tower mid and will TP home. Looks like Bloodstone maybe in his near future. Has himself a point booster and about 2,500.
That's the build. I think a lot of people debate getting a BKB after this, but I feel like getting a Bloodstone 100%, even if you're behind, allows you to snowball into the late game a lot better. Even if you're losing out charges, it's just kind of one of those things that you reward yourself with a little bit better. You gain a lot of HP, so it requires a lot more lockdown.
I also don't think this is a good BKB game in particular. Troll, obviously great against it. Venge can still swap. Keeps you safe from like the fissures and stuff from Dendi, the fire spirits, but all in all, they still have a lot of tools to deal with somebody that's BKB'd up.
Okay, here's the question though. If he gets stunned by Fissure, and he's like caught out by 3 heroes, do you think he dies?
Stunned by Fissure and called out by like 3 heroes.
Yeah, like the Earthshaker plus the Troll and the Venge.
Let's
Does
say
he survive that?
probably does not survive with a Bloodstone. I mean, he's getting kind of tanky. He went the power treads instead of anything else here.
Probably the BKB doesn't help you either, right? Because if the Earthshaker just Fissure initiates, you're getting locked down. So
yeah, I mean, it's really the burst damage from the Troll, I guess.
Yeah.
That seals the deal.
And the BKB won't do anything for that. If you get locked down too, just one. There's 3 stuns consecutively for Na'Vi.
Yeah.
So getting a BKB probably doesn't help you unless you initiate. But you're going to initiate for the Earthshaker at this point, which is why I believe Dendi's going to go for a BKB, which I believe is on the career
getting pretty
right now.
close. He's got
he's got the Mithril Hammer.
The Mithril, so he's about 1,000 away.
But he's so poor right now in levels too. He's only level 12. You need more levels out of this core shaker.
Smart item build though. Maybe the BKB will be enough. Havost is still massive though. 16k net worth. He's got 3,500 gold. I think Butterfly might be a good choice for him here. He's already grabbed the Blink Dagger, so now has some more range on those Whirling Axes.
Butter plus BKB and all 3 of these like armor buffs would make him actually invincible.
Yeah, and Sniper, what did he just commit for? I don't think he's moving into an MKB, at least not yet. He goes BKB. So MKB could still be pretty far away, give Havost a nice window to be absolutely unkillable.
I think even if the Sniper goes MKB here, it's still a good choice. Especially as a Storm player, as an Admiral Bulldog type Storm player, I will tell you that playing against Butterflies with Storm is just the most annoying thing.
At least until you get that Hex.
Yeah, because you don't want to get an MKB, and Hex is such a large commitment of an item, and Havost is isolated out here, but he's definitely not the hero that they want to go for. They're going to give Dendi this Invis rune. Is there any sort of detection on TongFu's side? If they don't, I don't think they should go for this.
They do have a ward on the high ground though, so they're
bringing sentries too.
Yeah, they're aware. And we'll play this one a little bit safe. Afraid that Na'Vi have moved into the Roche.
They saw the courier and they don't see it deliver something to anybody, so they know the smoke's here. And the smoke's about to break. They had to wait for these sentries. This is just the biggest time waste smoke ever.
So far, it's kind of a stalemate, though, on both sides of the pit. Both teams very eager to be cautious, both with pretty good control in the pit.
That's a full Bloodstone farm on Storm now, though. So what's going to happen is that TongFu is going to spread out a little bit, wait for the Roshan, see if Na'Vi commits to helping mid out. If they don't, then Storm just walks to the Roche pit, and they know they're doing it for sure.
Here we go. Vanscore initiated on. The Sunrays there from Funnick, trying to support Dendi. He'll take a lot of damage. Swap from Funnick, from Vanscore. Vanscore's the first to go down right after Dendi falls. It's looking bad for Na'Vi. They lose their Lich. Now they lose Funnick. It's a 1-for-4 right away. Havost with no choice but to run. Oh my, what a disastrous fight for the Radiant.
Yeah, that was problematic. Just getting Dendi initiated on without a BKB, like I said, that's always going to be the Storm's target. And Havost is strong, but are you 1-on-5 strong?
No. That's a big negative.
And
Now,
here's the
Storm with
problem.
12 Bloodstone charges.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He's got the Aegis. This is dream territory for him. You're not going to be able to lock down 1500 HP and 10 armor with what you have, and then on top of that, kill the Aegis.
Well, the gold graph now zeroed out. TongFu striking back. They've leveled this game out after 30 minutes of being behind. And all of a sudden, Na'Vi not feeling so safe.
Storm's always the hero.
That's how he rolls. Kabu closing in on a
Oh, he's
blink
got
dagger.
a DD too.
That's nice. And yeah, he'll have it after this camp.
That's a super late blink though.
It's pretty late, but hey, it still steps in the right direction.
There's a casual bottle on the ground too from Storm.
Yeah.
Or wait, no, it's Clockworks.
Kion picks it up.
What did he drop for that then? That was confusing.
I don't know. I guess he just left it hanging in there. I don't know what the nature of that exchange was. Oh yeah, there's the double damage on Storm. And Sniper moving into the Radiant Jungle. He's got a good 2k gold. Thinking about his next item pickups. Jug. 30 minutes in. Never too late for a Mask of Madness. He says, hey mom, I'm going farming.
He's actually got so much farm for a Juggernaut support.
Yeah.
He's got a blink dagger,
Yeah,
a Mask of
he's on
Madness,
point
and
with
drones.
Dendi, the mid-core of Na'Vi.
Oh gosh, that's been the story of this game, is that they devoted all this farm to this core Earthshaker, and he's got equal farm to a Juggernaut.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I feel like Dendi was just impatient, right? He got the first Invis rune, I can understand, but then the second one that he got was just him saying, "Oh God, I've wasted so much time. I have to do something," and he panicked out.
All right, Mech up on the Phoenix. Nice team fight item for Na'Vi, and Havost goes for the Scythe of Vice. So some more crowd controls. Will that be enough, though? Storm, long-range zip onto Dendi. Swap out from Vanskor. Keeps Dendi alive. Zyori not going to be punished as hard as Na'Vi would like. They will lose their Juggernaut, though, as Havost uses the BKB. Does zone them out on the other side of the fight.
Do you think they re-engage here? Yes, they definitely do. That's a 3-man stun.
Oh, okay. Now Na'Vi in a lot of trouble. Dendi with the dunk finds one kill. The Dire starting to go down, but Sniper laying into the Phoenix Egg. Not going to be able to kill it. Zyori comes back to life, stunned up, locked down, but now he zips forward. Wants to find a kill on the Troll. Maybe he can, zipping around. Instead, goes for Go Black. Gets the easy one. Sniper goes down around the backside, but now Havost falls. And it's a 4 for 3, maybe even more. Zyori going on to Funnick, but now he's hit by the Fire Spirits, and those auto attacks not going to happen. Dendi in a lot of trouble. The overcharge is there. A triple kill for Zyori. It's man-on-man here. Blitz.
Oh,
and he doesn't suicide.
He absolutely 100,000% should have suicided. That was the move.
Well, talk about 4 for 5. Both teams just imploding here. That was a very chaotic fight. Dendi again, though, unable to really get in the position to get that huge dunk. Storm getting a
It's just a
huge
Storm.
XP
That's
gain.
the problem right now. It's just the Storm is too much to deal with, and Na'Vi really got away with something lucky there. The Phoenix Egg did absolute work for them. It was able to back up Havost, who was able to just kind of sit there, fight. The Chain Frost backing them up. I mean, this Funnick Phoenix is so huge. I offered that kill.
Zip mid is an easy kill for the Storm. He's just balling out of control now, Blitz. He's just finding pick-off after pick-off.
Yeah, I feel like if he suicided at bottom 2, that would have been the fight. He's like, okay.
It's the highlight reel.
Yeah, it's the you got away with murder, actually.
Well, BKB is up on Dendi. This is the big item we've been talking about. Maybe, just maybe, it's what Na'Vi need to start turning the tides a little bit. Storm, though, picks up a Shiva's guard now to boot. Here we go. Initiation onto Dendi before he can BKB. They hit him with the stuns, hit him with the finger. Now he's hexed up. Can they actually bring him down, though? They can! Zyori now turned into a piggy himself. Havost going in hard. The bash. The Chain Frost. It secures the kill. Now a 1-for-1, but Go Black hit by the Omni Slash. He'll go down there. And Kion losing the man fight with Havost.
He was able to grab the gem and the courier, but loses the gem at the end.
Kion's still alive. He's going to back out. Now the Sunray flying through to try and heal up the Troll. Blink forward onto Kabu. Hex
I think
is
they
there.
turn this around and kill Havost as well. He doesn't have BKB up. Does he
U9's
get vision
thinking
for
about
this?
it.
No, he's going to get swapped in. He pops his BKB, but the damage is real.
Kion goes back in, eats a magic missile to the face. The scream brings down U9. A double kill for Vanskor. Now Kabu. It's not over yet. Hexed, whirling axes to bring him down. A 5-man wipe going in favor of Na'Vi is TongFu. Now the ones that get cleaned up.
This is the most value Hex pickup I've ever seen in my life. And the Storm there just overplayed his hand. He's going to zip in full distance, go for Funnick. He does pop his mech out. Will this be able to save him? No. He does get a double kill off of that, and he looks like he's going for one more. Hex isn't nearly up on Havos,
but he's got a blink.
This kill, he has
Fissure.
to suicide for this.
Nope. No suicide for you, Blitz. They're all dead again. 6 bloodstone charges. How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, he just keeps... The thing is that he's playing it really well, but then he overextends for just a little bit too much. Like, just a little bit too much. If he gets those 2 kills there and runs out, okay. He's okay with that. But then, like the initiation on Dendi mid, they overcommit. They're not able to kill him in like a timely fashion. And then the counter initiate comes off on the Storm. Then he goes in again and dies. And it just really isn't favoring him. And Havos, this is the most value Hex pickup I've ever seen on a core.
Yeah, he's been doing work with it now with another 3,000 gold. We'll see what he moves into. Starting to run low on inventory slots, though. May need to just upgrade that Morbid Mask. I reckon he'll just go Satanic as his next big item.
Yeah, from there, do you think he sells Phase, gets Travels? What do you think after that? Sell the...
So when you dump the S and Y and start looking towards your big items, MKB an option depending on what the sniper looks at. I'd actually like to see the sniper's
I
inventory.
think he's getting an MKB, the sniper.
Okay, yeah, so he'll go MKB. Troll could go just damage items. I think the Scotty might not be a bad choice. Just tank up so Storm can't solo kill you whatsoever. The finger from Lion becomes a lot less deadly. I like the Scotty on Troll just in general.
Yeah, I do too. I think if that sniper actually just shrapneled over here, and then he popped the ultimate, the Troll might have died, right? When his BKB was down? I feel like
it would have been close, yeah.
at the very least you dissuade the Troll from fighting, which is the big thing.
Yeah. What about crit on Troll? I feel like we don't see it very often.
I don't think you need it too much. Your damage potential is already through the roof.
Yeah.
I think you just need survivability at that point.
Right. It's kind of the value of the Scotty, I suppose. And I guess Troll has some issues with getting kited. He does have a slow, but the Scotty just makes it pretty much impossible to run away from him.
Yeah. I can't get over this Blink Hex, how smart it was, though. It's typically not an item you see on your cores. Cores usually think damaged item, or damage. I don't know how many times this has been picked up on a Troll, but the Blink Hex just makes it really dangerous for the Storm. Now he has to go BKB, I feel.
Yes, I think so as well. And is that where his items are going to go? Not sure yet. 2,300 gold, so about halfway there.
I'd be so mad if he didn't get a BKB. Even for me. I'm notorious for not building one.
Looks like some split pushing here. Navi all up in the top lane, and TongFu grouped up down bottom. Tier 2 on Tier 2 action. And that will leave both teams with one Tier 2 standing right there, smack dab in the middle of the field in the mid lanes.
Yeah. And it looked like in the beginning of this, TongFu was favored in the mid game, especially after getting that Aegis, but then a disastrous dive at bottom, and all of a sudden, Funnick, he's got so much farm. He's got a value plate mail, a BKB, a mech. That Hand of Midas is super paying off. He's level 20 already.
Wow. Yeah, he's really caught up. Not that he was behind, but now just moving to the top of the pack. Navi hanging around for a while, though. Storm doing some split pushing down bottom. They'll stay grouped up as 5. Storm actually does a lot of damage to that
Yeah, they
tower.
have to back out. They have to defend this. If they go for this top push, it's so risky. It's like a 50-50 proposition, right? If you get the tower, okay, but if you lose the fight and you lose your bottom tower on top of that,
That's awful. Go
Yeah.
Black, initiated on deep by Zyori, though. Funnick trying to heal him up. The Sun Ray not quite enough as LPC comes in. There's your Omni Slash. BKBs are on. Zyori gets hexed but will live. It's LPC that goes in deep for the Phoenix. The egg goes off. Now the hook shot across, but Kian will get hit by the Supernova. They've got no way to deal with it. Oh no, LPC in trouble now. He goes down. Zyori reinitiates to go on to Funnick. Pure chaos breaking out in this fight. But the core shaker getting the big numbers as he brings down the sniper. Phoenix dies to the Storm, and now it's a 1-on-2. Kian trying to chase down Dendi.
don't fight this.
Oh,
Be careful.
Dendi
the blade
with the
mail is
double
still popping. He
damage.
definitely wants to churn on this, but he's not going to have enough HP.
No, nicely handled by TongFu. Triple kill for Kian. It's a 3 for 5. TongFu get the better of it. Now down bottom, the Tier 3 tower is gone down.
Oh, man. Everything is just turned around for Navi, or for TongFu right now, being able to pick up a lot of value off of that. Bringing down the Troll, forcing him to buy back. The clock made an excellent play there. Dendi was able to get that huge damage hit off of the totem, but this Storm, he's so persistent. Like, I admire this guy, just the ability to keep dying off of initiations, but he keeps playing aggressively. That's the thing.
He is
keeps thinking about the
17,
overall.
5 and 6 right now, Blitz. He has put a lot of kills up on the board.
Yeah, he's got the stamp of approval.
Blitz approves of this Storm play.
Yeah, like this guy needs my approval, but he's playing really well right now. He has made some over-aggressive moves, but I guess in the net it has paid off.
Yeah, it seems like it. He's actually dethroned Havost, number 1 on the net worth, like you were talking about. Havost was up by a lot, too. He was up by a good, like, 20-30% margin for most of this game. He will go into the HOD, so it looks like Satanic around the corner, hanging on to the SNY for now. Roche is up. TongFu in the pit, but they don't really have a fast Roche lineup here. No Medallion, no minus armor.
You worry if you're TongFu too, being grouped up like that for the Phoenix seg.
Yeah, especially around the Roche pit. Phoenix
This
can do
is so smart though.
Yeah, put the cogs down, block him out, and Roche will fall. The Juggernaut makes it nice and easy. Yeah, Phoenix is really scary around the Roche pit. You can do all sorts of fun stuff on the high ground where it's hard to deal with the egg. And
down.
the area that you can stun is so big.
Yeah, but Na'Vi still dead. They do pop the smoke, maybe to contest, but it was way too late. Funnick, I think they were waiting on somebody. I can't remember who it was. Regardless, they're a little bit too late. Na'Vi, I mean, 5 minutes ago you must have felt like you were on top of the world, but now you give up another Aegis and this time a cheese as well. What's the play here? They maybe look for a blink initiation on the sniper and then try to fight against the Aegis?
Yeah, so Sniper gets the cheese and Aegis goes to the Storm. No big surprise there. Storm will finally grab his sight.
He's a Hex.
And I think U9 closing in on the MKB if he doesn't have it already.
He's
so
almost got it.
Now they have some ways to really deal with this troll, especially for U9. Being able just to deal with the whirling axes a bit more effectively outside of BKB makes a big difference.
Yeah, this is the greediest Storm build. He's a man after my own heart. Like, I would have just backed down and gotten a BKB at this point, but he is looking for it right now. He does have a blink, or he's got the roll Hex. They are searching around the map. He's isolated out, but this is the perfect position for him to be.
Uh-oh, no, he's stunned up. He's going to go down. That'll be the Aegis of the Immortal popped right away. Finger comes out onto Funnick. Supernova, not going to be used quite yet. Mech BKB will be the play instead. Now the Lightning Ray. ZQ hit by the dunk as LPC comes in. It's a death on the Storm Sphere. Now LPC in trouble as well. They get the kill on Venge, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Kabu stunned on the backside by the Supernova. Funnick goes for him. Havost isolates U9. He's blocked out by the Fissure. It's another disastrous fight for TongFu. Looks like the Lion does TP out Havost. Lacking detection right now. U9 on the run, and that'll be enough for him to live. I think.
Oh,
no, maybe not.
down.
The Hex is there. Havost gives him the axes and chops down the Sniper.
What was the play there? Did Na'Vi have... No, Na'Vi didn't even have a gem. He just waited by that Fissure. If he had actually just walked out to the right, he would have been able to be A-okay right there. But he waited by that Fissure for so long, and then he walked the most predictable path with his...
Yep, Havost just tracked him down. Those 4 senses.
That was a really big misplay, though, by the Storm Spirit. He had the Hex up, and he didn't Hex the Phoenix as he went in, and then he just got perma-locked down. I think that was just a big throw by him.
Yep, and now again, Havost number 1 on net worth, topping the charts, and what a topsy-turvy game we've got on our hands here, Blitz. This gold graph is all over the place. TongFu taking the biggest lead we've seen this game, but now it's bouncing right back with Na'Vi starting to close the gap and actually taking the experience edge. They'll go ahead and pick up a gem now on the Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's going through that Storm's head. When he had that Aegis, he's like, I'm invincible. I'm not going to die twice. I can kill somebody, and at worst it'll be 4 on 5 when I respawn. But he just overestimated. What he should have done is Hex the Phoenix there, zip out, wait for Dendi to show himself. The Phoenix would have died from the rest of his team, and then you're in an okay position. He has to be careful here. ZQ.
Phoenix hexed up, but he'll just mech, and ZQ zips out, now zips back in. Funnick getting a little bit low from the Vortex, but he is one tanky mother. And is that a... Okay, no, I thought that was the Phoenix. Crystallis is up on... Was that Dendi? Who's got a crit? Yeah, Dendi, the core shaker, going for the big numbers.
Honestly,
Viz too.
I value Na'Vi's fight lineup a little bit more. It's a lot easier for Na'Vi to execute. And so and if Na'Vi wins a single fight here and there's no buyback on TongFu, they just win the game with Troll.
So Troll's buyback still on cooldown. Actually, no buybacks outside of the clockwork up for TongFu.
Yeah, that
right
doesn't
now.
make a difference. They don't really care about that.
Yeah.
And that's the problem right now for TongFu, is that they're at this really delicate lineup where Navi's lineup is both easier to execute, and they're a lot better at taking high ground than TongFu's is right now. If you expose the sniper by trying to get high ground without winning a fight first, he's just going to get initiated on. So what TongFu have to do is use their advantages to look for pickoffs and then go for pushes. There is no way in hell that they should ever go for a 5-on-5 high ground. You go for a pickoff here, look for 2 heroes that are core, preferably the Earthshaker and maybe the Phoenix, and then go for high ground. Whereas for Na'Vi, they can go high ground. They have a lot more initiation. I mean, Funnick's like the tankiest mofo in the world. You've got
Yeah.
a
He's got
crit
plate mail
shaker.
now.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a Shivas if he wants it right now. He's probably going to save for buyback in case of that scenario I just described.
Yeah.
The troll is absolutely massive. He's got 6.5k gold. He could buy full Satanic and have buyback. I mean, this just looks kind of scary for TongFu. Even though they have the gold lead, it's their game to lose right now.
Yeah. It's actually zeroed out. Nobody's got a gold lead. 45 minutes in.
Be
Navi
afraid.
have the momentum, though. Avenge also picks up the Vlads.
It's the Aura King right now.
Yep.
All in for this troll.
So Lich with a Sanj, though. I reckon that'll be a Halberd coming out. Get a little disarm action. There are some BKBs to deal with, but still a valuable tool.
It's good against a Storm who refuses to get a BKB.
Yeah, I guess that's true enough.
Oh, was a glyph just popped? That had to have been by accident.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think that changes anything for TongFu, though. Don't go high ground, friends. Look for a pickoff. Use the gem right now on the clockwork.
Maybe it's next level bait from Navi. Use the glyph, so now they make TongFu think this is our time to push. They group up as 5. Hit them
Yeah,
while
why-
they're weak.
No, if I've analyzed
Sets
this,
you next
TongFu has
level.
as well. They have to realize. And Navi does too. They say, okay, even if we lose this fight here, we're still in an okay position, whereas TongFu isn't. If TongFu loses a fight right here, it could mean the game. The Remnant Flying Vision doesn't spot them out. They are smoked. Dendi actually gets picked off in the back line, and
But they still hop forward. Havos gets hexed up. It's a huge cluster on the low ground. Go Black, the one taking a lot of damage. Vanscore falls as well. The crit shaker off to the side brings down the Lion. They do get the kill on the sniper. Now how will the rest of the fight go down? It's a 3-on-3. All the cores on Navi still alive. LPC trying to make the retreat as he Blade Furies away. Dendi initiated on by Zinq around the backside. Whirling axes fly through, and Zinq will just have to zip to safety on his side of the river. It will end in a 2-for-2 trade. Minor advantage for Navi as they did get the kill on the sniper.
yeah, this ice armor is just so hard to fight against right now. The Storm just doesn't do enough damage right now. He's got so many items, he just doesn't do any damage. He rolls in on the Storm without a BKB. He can't even kill him, even without the rest of the Navi lineup being there. And that definitely favors Navi's lineup in the long run. You do give up 2 Bloodstone charges for Storm, but it's not even like he's snowballing that hard anymore. And they were able to pick off the sniper. It's impossible for the sniper to survive. I definitely don't think the Shadow Blade is the item build. Like, imagine if he had a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, the Shadow Blade here does seem just a little funky. His issue is not damage output, it's just survival.
Yeah, what do you...
I mean, I feel like something like a Scotty this game is well suited for the sniper. We'll see a long-range zip, though, right onto Dendi mid. He gets hexed up. The Soul Burn's going to be there, and Kian even hook shots in for good measure.
Is Troll gonna blink in, though, for the... He
Gem.
looks like...
There's
Oh,
a
he's
gem
gonna
on the
die for
ground.
this.
Oh, Kian, Zinq, he gets baited in for
Oh, he's got the
BKB.
cheese!
He eats the cheese and lives as he gets the high ground. Now Kian and LPC coming on in. They're taking a lot of damage. They do get the kill on the clockwork. Zinq zipping back and forth, makes it back to the high ground. Gem still on the deck. Meanwhile, on the other side of it, Havos still going in deep. A buyback on the clockwork. Tier 2 tower in the mid that he can TP to, but he'll do it the old-fashioned way as he starts to walk it back towards the fight. Swap from Vanscore. Stun onto Kambu as he keeps Havos safe. Now the reinitiation. It will cost Vanscore's life. U9 on the backside. BKB on, laying down the shrapnel and the auto attacks. Down goes Havos.
Funix actually just won into this with this dive. He doesn't have the ultimate
no.
down. He's gone.
That's a gem on the ground.
That's 4 heroes, and this Storm is killing me, dude. He keeps running in. It's so scary to watch him play. Like, he walks in to get blink hexed, but then he manages to survive using the cheese, and then he rolls back in for the gem. Doesn't manage to get it, but still, just a really good fight, a really good buyout by TongFu. Havos just overstaying his welcome by a little bit. He does have buyback out, but this is what I was talking about. They have to win the fight and go for the high ground here. Dendi's down for long enough that they should at least get 1 racks.
Funix down for a minute. He's 300 gold short for buyback here. Both buybacks will be used. Dendi was coming up in about 10 seconds. They still won't be able to defend the ranged barracks. Melee stay alive, and TongFu decide to back out, playing this one very cautiously, and will move back to friendly territory.
Hey, there's that data list you were talking about.
Yeah, there you go.
He went
Crit on
for
the
it.
troll.
I don't think that's a...
I'm a bit surprised. Yeah, I think the Scotty is still the way you want to go.
Satanic at least. I feel like if he had a
Did he
Satanic...
sell his HOD?
No, you put it on the courier.
Okay.
But I feel like even getting...
He needs the lifesteal, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 100% agreeing with you here. I feel like getting a Satanic would have been the build. I don't think... He definitely doesn't lack for damage here.
Oh, here we go. Havos goes in. BKB on. Kabu gets hexed
He misses
up.
the cogs. He needed to hit it right there.
No, but
he's still
Havos
going to
getting
go
punished.
down.
Oh, no. U9 doing a lot of damage. BKB used by Dendi. Dunk on two. The Chain Frost bouncing around. They get the kill on the Storm. Kion getting low.
Bloodstone though is going to keep him alive.
Oh, now Dendi gets turned on. Vanscore
They
comes
don't
in,
have
nothing
buybacks.
he can
This
do.
is the game.
Navi in big trouble. It's just the Phoenix left alive. Buyback used by the Storm. TongFu want to end this.
Yeah, this is actually... I don't want to sound anticlimactic or anything like that, but Havos doesn't have buyback. Dendi used it earlier for that 10-second.
Yep.
10 seconds left, and he bought back.
And now maybe regretting that choice. This gold graph all over the place.
Minimum
Clearly-
of 2 racks down.
Yeah.
Probably 3 if TongFu really want to play it safe. I think
This-
this is Mega Creeps, though, at the
Nope,
very
they
least.
go
Nope,
straight
they're
tier
gonna go for the
4s. They're
throne.
going to do it in style. They do not want to stay in this game any longer than they have to. A big upset here. TongFu very low in the standings. And a win over Navi, boding well for them. Navi still in an okay spot with a loss here, but this is not the team that you would expect them to fall to.
Yeah, it just felt like little positioning errors. Dendi just got messed up in that mid lane. He wasn't able to have the impact that he wanted to. Havos did... He did work. He did work on top of where he was like level 19 when people were like 14 in the game on cores.
Yeah, Havos played a damn good game, but that's the issue with the core shaker. It's one of those kind of strategies. It's amazing if left unchecked. You can get that farm, get a fast blink dagger, but it's just such an easy hero to pick on. We were sort of expecting Lich to go mid, make sure Dendi gets that farm, and it's just a tough matchup against the Storm. It's really not that surprising to see Dendi not get that early momentum.
Yeah, and you know what it was that really helped him out there? It was the Jug ult near the end that killed the Troll, actually. While the Troll was BKB'd, but then the Jug just ulted him. It was able to do so much damage, and he's level 22 on that support Troll. We were talking about, will this be viable?
Or
Will
the
this
support
not?
Jug, rather.
Or yeah, the support Jug,
Yeah.
and it just ripped apart the Troll.
Yeah, I mean, when it sort of reminds me of that like 4 Wraith King style, where it's amazing if the game goes on long enough because you've got this support that's pretty good early on, and then you turn into this scary core that really plays like a tertiary carry role.
Yeah, I'm just
So-
sort of surprised though by Na'Vi is that I feel as if they didn't have to make the mistakes that they did. I don't think they had to smoke into the jungle like that. I feel like they could have played around the Roche timings a little bit better. I feel like giving up back-to-back Roshans and then a cheese on top of that to the Storm Spirit.
Yeah.
It's these little things, because how is TongFu actually going to approach the high ground? You don't want to just have your sniper sieging. He's just going to get initiated on by the Troll with Blink, the Earthshaker. There were just too many ways for him to get gone on. And maybe it was just the fact that Dendi was so underfarmed, but it just felt like things didn't really click for Na'Vi. What are your thoughts on that, Bruno?
Welcome back, Bruno.
I think Voss did everything right in the first 35 minutes of the game. His itemization was right on point, even at the beginning when TongFu was losing. Going for the Blink Dagger allowed him to get into the Sniper, just get those kills. Going for the Ship Stick allowed him to go into the Storm, so no problems there. Dendi, as you were saying, had a very lackluster game, although it was very hard because with something like a Storm, it's just you can't develop your game as easily as you could. And also early gems and just very good war location force him to go Blink Dagger, and sometimes you want to get that Shadow Blade Earthshaker if your things are going your way. This was not a game for Shadow Blade Earthshaker. At the end, as you were saying, lots of mistakes. He was holding on gold for so long. I mean, he didn't have buyback. He has 7,000 gold. He decides to sell the Helm of Dominator and buy crit. When everyone was like, well, maybe he should finish the Satanic and just, if you want something else, sell the Sanjin Yasha and get some damage. But he decides for that weird itemization at the end, which it makes me wonder a little what was going for his mind. But in the end, it was not him to blame. It's just Navi fell through by a very, very greedy play from TongFu, which was amazing on that Storm. But in general, just mistakes that shouldn't have happened.
Why would you sell the HOD over the SNY there?
I don't know. The thing is that Havos didn't lack for damage. We saw that he ripped apart the Sniper every single time he got in close. He just pops the BKB, pops his ultimate form, and then what does Sniper do? Like, even if Sniper pops his BKB, if he gets hit like twice, he's dead.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of the hero. And Havos with the Blink Dagger was able to accomplish that every single time. Whereas if he has maybe a little bit more tankiness, he grabs a Satanic on top of a Scotty.
Yeah.
Then we're talking his hero's just hard to kill.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I thought you were on point. You were like, he should go for the Satanic here, sell the Sanjin Yasha, itemize a little bit more tanky, and I would have liked to see that too. But again, I can't fault him for it. He kept his team in the game for so long. He was like level 14 when everybody was like 10 or something.
He played a good game.
Yeah, that was definitely not on him.
And again, the dual off-lane lich fails. I think on this patch, the win rate, it started at like 25% before this tournament, and it's had a lot of losses in this event. It's probably down in the low 20s now. We still see teams doing it, and
one would expect Lich to do better because with so much physical damage in this meta game, I mean, you see the Shadow Fiends, you see the Lycans, you see the Witch Doctor ultimates, you know, this kind of thing that just having some armor for free into your team means, oh, this should be really good.
yeah.
But it's just not working. It's just
a lot of
everything
what he
else but
brings to
hero.
the table is the experience advantage, but it just requires such safe play for it to really pay off. Because you spend all that time in lane, if you die just one time, that edge that you've kind of carved out for yourself sort of gets given right back to the opponent.
Exactly. That's what happened in the mid lane, is that he was level 5 so quickly, but then he gave away that level 5 experience to a Storm twice.
Yes.
And that's typically a hero that a Storm would pick off. That would be level 3 or level 4, but allowing him to get killed like that twice, it gave him such an experience buffer over Dendi. And the other thing too, I feel like the reason why this Lich is failing more than anything is the confidence factor that it gives you early. You think to yourself, we're going in the dual off lane. We get a kill on Lion off the bat. That's really good. You know, that's first blood. Things are working out in our favor. You know, and we've got good experience and stuff like that. And then even if you want to say that in a close tournament like this, your play's going to be super tight, you get a little bit greedy. You decide to do these little things, take more risks than you should. Like, look at how Funnick was playing after they got that first kill. He was like, okay, well, even if I die here once, it's okay. And then he dies once, and he's like, well, we still got that kill. We're still denying the sniper's farm. And then it just becomes this little slippery slope where the Lich plays a little bit greedier here and there. And I feel like it's just as much of a mentality thing as it is the hero.
Remember that one of the things about the rubber band mechanic from killing a hero right now, people mostly say, okay, if your team is ahead in net worth or in experience, you're going to give a lot more back. But the other factor that we don't talk much about is how well that specific hero is doing compared to his team. So if a Lich is getting a lot of experience, for example, he's going to give way more experience than if it was like a normal support, or if it was the same and everyone was leveled up. Just the fact that these heroes are getting so much more experience in the offlane than everyone else on their team makes them really high targets for catching up, and that's one of the things that helped the Storm going into this. But right now we're going to go into a break. When we come back, Blitz, you will be here still because you're not going to the other one.
Wait, am I?
Yes.
Bruno, you lied.
No, I didn't lie.
Wait,
Isn't
what
it LD
schedule do you
Winter
have?
down
LD
here
and
next?
Winter are going to go upstairs.
Oh, they
because
switched it?
Yes, because Blitz and Synderen, they suck at camera control.
Oh, wow.
Throw
So
your gun in the sky.
How does that feel?
Dude, I don't care. My camera control's terrible. You know why? Because when I'm watching this game, I can see the minimap. I'm like, okay, he's dead. So I don't bother looking at it. And that's probably something people want to see.
Yeah, probably.
And
Usually.
Cinder probably thinks the same way. He's like, okay, that guy's
Okay,
dead. I don't
okay,
need
so
to watch
let's
that.
get something else. But yeah, in the
Okay.
meantime, we can go to Kotul Guy, which is having an amazing game of Big God versus Vici Gaming. So right now,
Alright.
we go into a break. When we come back, and after that, we will have IG versus Cloud9.
Ooh.
Excited about that?
I'm very excited about that,
Should
Andrew.
be. I'm pumped
Are you
up.
casting that?
No, I'm
it's
off,
you,
and then
it's you and Synderen.
I have
Oh.
CDAC newbie next.
Yes.
Oh,
Ooh,
see that newbie.
Guys,
Yeah.
time for a break. See you in 5.